Hi, my name is Jeff Hewitt, General Manager here at Cullen Motors in St. Catharines, Ontario. And today, we're going to talk about your decision. You're buying a new Corvette, will it be a coupe or a convertible? So, if you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, click the link at the top of our description so you don't miss out on your special YouTube incentive. Okay, first car we're going to talk about today is we have a 2025 2LT Stingray Coupe. Now this one's in rapid blue. I chose it because it matches my suit. And you know, it has a few options. We're moderately equipped at 107,000 Canadian, and that will be our test vehicle for the Coupe. On the other side of us here, we have the convertible. This is a 2LT convertible, fairly well equipped, Z51, front lift, everything you could possibly want in a convertible is in this car, and it MSRP's out at about $131,000. So we got quite a differential in pricing, but I'll show you where the cars are the same, and I'm going to show you where the cars are different. So when these cars first launched, the engineers at General Motors told us that both cars are actually convertibles. So from an engineering standpoint, they're basically the same, especially from here forward. But when you start getting back into this convertible top, this is where the differences really take place. This top here, it adds about 100 pounds to your car, right? Not a big deal in the big scheme of things if you really think about it. But on the quarter mile, if you're drag racing, that 1/10 of a second might cost you, okay? But if you take a look at this roof line, you see they've done a very good job of maintaining that Corvette look. It's similar to the Coupe, but it's different with this notched back window. Coming around to the back, you can see on this Z51 convertible, we've got the Z51 spoiler. On this particular car, we've chosen the black exhaust tips to add to the black accents on the rest of the car. The big differences though here is that you do not see the engine. You do see the venting here on the engine muscle bulge of the cover, and you see the notched back window of the convertible. Directly above that is the rear view camera mirror. All of that is unique to convertible. When we come across to the Coupe, this particular Coupe here has been fitted with a high wing spoiler. It's a non-Z51 car, but you can see we have this beautiful, clear, big back windshield that shows off the power plant, all 495 horsepower equipped with this dual mode exhaust. Up here, once again, we have the mirror camera. So that's where you can get the full view of what's happening behind you in, you know, a sports car that's a little tough to see out of sometimes. Okay, so here's now where the magic begins, because these are open-aired sports cars. So on this one, right, we're gonna have to go inside, we're gonna undo some latches, and we're gonna take the roof off. This one, well, we'll save that surprise for a minute. So why don't we go inside and let me show you what we need to do here. So there's 3 ways you can get into the rear hatch of this Stingray, right, this being a coupe. Under here, there's actually a hidden little button. It's right there, just above where the license plate would be, and you can release the lid. You can also do it from your remote for your vehicle and also do it from inside the car. When we open up the rear hatch on the coupe, here we have this huge rear compartment that could store 2 sets of golf clubs, and you get a free access to the engine. You get to see it up close and personal, and even through the glass. Let's get that roof off. So here we are inside. Now this is actually really quite simple. First of all, this car has a beautiful transparent top. So I can actually see all the lights in the ceiling. Lets the light in a little bit during the daytime. It's heavily tinted so you don't roast. But to take it off is really quite easy. We have a central latch in the back here, and then we have 2 latches up front. And there, the roof is now loose. So once we've undone the roof, pretty simple. It actually doesn't weigh that much. You just pick it up. This is the transparent top. It also comes in carbon fiber, so you do have some choices. So once you've got the top off, just simply drops in and actually latches in place. It is designed to be in here and not rattle around. It's safe, secure, won't go anywhere. And remember, you never need to slam the lid. All you do is just sit and close it, and the motor pulls it down. Now as we move over to this red convertible, top's a little different. So all we have to do is hold the button. So there's a couple different ways you can do this. Obviously you can do it with a remote control, or you can do it with inside the car. But all you have to do is wait for 17 seconds and it's done. Okay, so now you're asking yourself, why would I want a removable cover car versus this? Well, there's a couple things to consider. First of all, here in Canada, this is a $9,000 option. That's the elephant in the room. It costs a lot of money to do this. Is it worth it? Well, I guess that's up to you. The Coupe is the purest car. Let's be honest. Coupes ruled the world for the longest time. And having this removable top with variations of being transparent, carbon fiber, you've got a lot of choices here, a lot of styling choices here. Absolutely nothing wrong with this at all, right? With the convertible though, it does give you some choices. And oh, by the way, you can open and close this top just like I showed you while you're driving up to 50 kilometers per hour. So let's look at some of the finer features when you're talking about the Coupe with the removable top. So this is your space. It's basically what they call the target top in the old days. It does make it a little bit different than the convertible as far as the opening goes. Okay, so you have a little less opening. To be perfectly honest, when you're driving down the road, you really can't tell. The two cars have the exact same amount of headroom. They're both designed for 6'4" people to drive them with helmets on the racetrack. They're going to both perform very, very well, but you have just a little less opening here. On the convertible, you can see it opens up much, much wider. You've got these two nacelles here, and then the window here, you can raise and lower to help control some of the wind buffeting if you get any at all. Both cars are extensively wind tested. I have to say they're an absolute pleasure to drive topless. You can carry on conversations, hear the radio, no problem at all. A couple more differences between these two cars that are really worth serious consideration. First of all, on the convertible here, if you are the type of person that's maybe going to travel with the car, go on trips, take some time with the car, the convertible here, you have a completely sealed rear compartment that can hold that set of golf clubs. But there's lots of room back here, and there's an added benefit, is there's some heat protection from the engine. On the Coupe, we have this wonderful big rear deck lid, the see-through engine, and a large area that can store the top. Now, once again, if you're storing the top, you don't have any luggage room. The other issue is it transfers much more heat from the engine to this rear compartment. Really, for the touring, the convertible is the winner. Over here, the Coupe gives you some more luggage space, but you give that up when you're storing the top. The other final feature to talk about is that rear camera for the mirror. It's located here on the top of the rear deck lid. It gives you that really nice wide image all the way through, no matter what you're doing with the top. On the convertible, unfortunately, when the top is down, so is your camera. So you're stuck with an old manual mirror just like you've always had.